What's the difference between a PhD and a PsyD? I'm a forensic psychology student. Let's talk about it. So PhD stands for Doctor of Philosophy and PsyD stands for Doctor of Psychology. And both tracks can lead you to becoming a licensed psychologist. There are some differences though, and I'm going to talk to you about them. So PhDs are typically the more preferred route, but the reason why is because they are usually funded through the school, which means that the school usually pays you to go to school. In return, you do research or teaching, assistantships, fellowships, things like that. PsyDs are usually not funded, which means you are paying way more or you're paying completely out of pocket for your schooling, so it's a lot more expensive. PhD is going to be more academia and research based, and PsyD is going to be more clinical, hands-on based. However, both degrees can get you either route that you want to go. Now, if you want to do clinical work, you can still get a PhD. And if you do a PsyD and you end up wanting to do research work, you can still do that. A PsyD is going to have your more clinic-based, people-based, hands-on learning, whereas your PhD is going to be a lot more research-based and academia. Now, neither one is really held to a higher standard or seen as a higher degree, which is a common misconception. A lot of people think that PhDs are held in a higher regard because of the academia standpoint. However, both of them are equally as good, equally as important. Now, if you want to be more hands-on, clinical-based in your degree and you have the funding, the scholarships, or what have you to do a PsyD program, then I recommend that. It's going to be a lot more interesting to you and it is going to be more your speed. However, even if you don't have the funding or that's just not in the budget for you, you can still get your PhD and still end up doing clinical work. A lot of people do that. If you want to go into teaching, research, things of that nature, academia, then I would go the PhD route first, because that is going to have that research component and be a lot of writing, learning, and knowledge. PsyDs tend to be more popular, like based on a want base, because a lot more people want to do the hands-on. A lot of people end up going the PhD route simply because of the money and how expensive it is. Anyways, that's just a very small basic overview of PsyDs versus PhDs, but if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in my comments.